Good morning and welcome to the video for Monday, June the 22nd. This is going to be a video for our upcoming fourth graders and will be featuring my guest assistant Ernie, who has helped me in some other videos in the past. He's taking a nap right now, but I'm sure he'll try to make sure that I don't make any mistakes. So the video that we're going to talk about today is something that some of my students last year had a little bit of confusion on, working with factors and multiples. And so we're going to be talking about how to find factor pairs, how to represent those using a picture, as well as identifying whether certain numbers are going to have factors of 5 or 6, and talk about multiples as well. So let's go ahead and take a look at our problems for today. So to start out with, I'm going to go ahead and say we want to list out the ways that we can draw pictures that would give us 20 total cubes inside for our area. And so we can do 20 times 1 as one of our factor pairs, 10 times 2 as one of our factor pairs, and 5 times 4. So I have 3 different pairs of factors that I can use. I could also change the way that I draw these pictures. So for instance, if I had enough space, I could make this one be a vertical line, I could make this one vertical, and I could make this be 5 rows of 4 instead of 4 rows of 5. So for working with multiples of 5, is 5 going to be a factor of a number? If it doesn't end in 5 or 0, it's not going to be a multiple of 5. So that would make this one here be our only one that we could say yes for, and then the other two would be no. There is a trick for working with multiples of 3. So 6 is a multiple of 3, which means that if we can add these two digits together and get a multiple of 3, then this number is going to be a multiple of 3. That doesn't always mean that it's going to be a multiple of 6, but it is a good start. So for instance, if I took 42 and I add these two digits together, I am going to get 6, which is a multiple of 3, which means this is going to be a multiple of 3, and it's probably going to be a multiple of 6. 56 doesn't work out. We would get 11 for that, which is not a multiple of 3. And if I tried to do the next closest group of 6 to this number would actually be 60. So I would go from 54 to 60. So this one would be no. This one would be 6 times 7. And this one would be 6 times 11. But we can, again, this one, 6 plus 6 would give us 12. 12 is a multiple of 3, which means this number is going to be a multiple of 3. And so let's go ahead and look at a problem where we're going to have to use this information. We are going to be looking for the greatest common factor, and there are going to be several problems where they ask you to go ahead and make a list of all the numbers that we can multiply to get to 8 and to 16 and to 32. So our factor pairs for 8 would be 1 and 8, and 2 times 4. And so the way that we would write that out, if we were making our list, we would write out 1, 2, 4, and 8. For 16, we would end up with 1 times 16, 2 times 8, and 4 times 4. So we're not going to write 4 twice when we do this. So our factors would be 1, 2, 4, 8, and 16. And then for 32, we can do 1 times 32, 2 times 16, oops, 4 times 8, and 6 times 6. Again, we're not going to write that 6 twice. So that would give us 1, 2, 4, 6, 8. Oh, there should be a 12 times 3 in there too. 12, 16, 32. All right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 8, 12, 16, 22. So for our greatest common factor, we are looking at the largest number that we have in all three lists, and that number would be 8. And so in a lot of cases, we will ask you to go ahead and make a list or series of lists like this to figure out these answers. This will be a skill that will be used in 4th, 5th, and 6th grade. So there are one or two more things that I might include to talk about, but I think I'm going to save those for another video on Thursday, especially working with finding multiples and finding common multiples. And then there's one other task in that chapter. So I'm going to save both of those for Thursday. Hope your summer is going well. Hope you have a wonderful day, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.